Once again, welcome the author of the saga Baby Divine, the Divine M herself, Bette Midler. All right, welcome back.
Thank you.
This is a big day for thousands of people out there. The response to the recipe contest has been overwhelming, and I said I was going to ask you. I forgot to ask you back there. Would you help me out with
Oh,
this?
yes, I'd be delighted.
Great,
But I hope nobody's... Yes, I'd be delighted, but I hope there's no, like,
I know it's your
terrible
word. You're worried that
repercussions.
somebody's going to get cross at you because you didn't pull their thing in.
That's right.
All right, so just look the other way when you do it.
Okay, I will.
All right,
I'll keep
here
my
we go.
eyes shut.
We're going to twist it.
Brute strength.
All right.
Okay.
Miss M. There you go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, just reach in there and pick out 5 of them.
5? I'll pick them out one at a time.
Yes. There's one. What are you doing with your head down there?
I don't want anyone to accuse me of cheating.
But it looks like you're listening to an envelope. Got it. There we go. One more. I know.
I use my left hand this time.
This is worse than the book tour. She's serious about this. There it is, all 5. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Now what we have to do is we have to read them. Okay, I'll give you a couple. We'll just read the name and the city that they're from, okay?
Okay.
All right. First one, David Spice from Peoria, Arizona.
Mrs. Jean Roth from Groton, New York.
Okay, this is Jill Wassinger from Alamosa, Colorado.
This doesn't have a name on it, just an address.
All right, open it up and find out. And I've got one here, Christy Smith from Grand Prairie, Texas.
Nancy Welch, Summit Drive, Greer, South Carolina.
Okay, that's the 5. Congratulations. Wow. And
oh, fabulous. I guess.
These will all go today to Margot Kadushin, one of our magazine chefs, cooks and extraordinaire. She's going to test all 5 and come up with her favorite, and then one of you is going to be flown out here and cook your recipe right here on the Our Magazine stage. So that plus a lot more in today's edition of Our Magazine. Thank you, and all the hooplas, because we're back with Bette Midler today. Yesterday, we were talking about how one perceives oneself, and you were saying that you have difficulty separate, or actually bringing the two together, what you see or what you see on the stage and the real Bette Midler. And just as we were about to finish, you mentioned that you walk in your house for 10 years now. You don't know who lives there.
I have no idea who lives there. I mean, I'm sure she's very nice. She reads a lot of books. Her taste is exquisite, but I have no idea who that is. I guess it's because I've been gone. I've been on the road for over a year, and who was that? You know.
But I mean, is there a big difference between Bette Midler, real Bette Midler, and the Bette Midler that we know?
Oh, absolutely. You wouldn't want me to come on the way I do.
Yes, I would. As a matter of fact.
You would?
Sure.
I will. I'll surprise you one of these days.
You will.
You're going to get quite a
You're
little
talking about the real Bette Midler.
Oh, the real Bette Midler, the one who wears eye shades and earplugs to go to bed at night. You know, that one. You know, when the eye shade comes off and all the little wrinkles are under your face. That kind of thing.
Do you like her?
Do I like her? Oh, I'm very comfortable with her, yes. Yes. She's been with me for so long, you know. It's the other one who I'm not so sure of. You know,
flashy and trashy.
Yeah, the flashy, trashy one, the one that's on the stage. She's very difficult to live with because she has a lot of, you know, she has ambition. Whereas I really have no ambition at all. I'm basically very, very lazy. You know, and my idea of a good time is to do absolutely nothing, to be a slug, you know.
But all right, for example, we're sitting here right now, and it's not tales out of school, but you're exhausted.
Yes, I am.
Running around the country doing the books, and if not that, the concerts and everything else, plus all the pressure. And I read. But
I'm happy. I'm happy. Tell them I'm happy. They'll freak out.
Well, I don't know if you're happy because I don't know you.
Well, you know when you get worn out, you're just sort of like,
yeah.
Oh, well, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. It's the pills. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean it's the pills?
You know, it's a line from a movie.
Oh. But you're happy.
I am very, very happy. But, you know, when you're worn out, it's very hard for you to be your old, effervescent self, you know. And everyone thinks of me as, you know, very bubbly and very bright and all that. And I was when I started this tour. But look at me. I mean, I just feel like I have, I mean, Atlanta,
now,
Miami, Rhode Island, Boston, New York.
How much more? How much more to go?
Well, we're going to sign books tomorrow, which is Saturday, at B. Dalton's in the Beverly Center, and then we're going to be doing some radio shows, and then that's it for that's it for 24 hours, and then I'll write another book, and then I'll do a video. Then maybe I'll.
Yesterday, I asked you what you'd be doing if you weren't doing this. And you said I'd be married, I'd be fat,
big as a house.
Big as a house. I'd have children.
I love
I'd be
to
cooking. I'd be doing everything. Yet you are 37.
Yes.
Not married.
No.
No children.
No.
And
I have
you
Baby
say,
Divine, though.
Yes, and Baby Divine's doing quite well, thank you. But you also said that you're a victim of, I guess, what we'd call the Cinderella complex.
Me? I said that?
Yeah.
I never even read that book. Tell me about the Cinderella complex. I missed that one. Go ahead now.
Cinderella complex is... Maybe I should squirm down a little bit.
Oh, I know what that means. That means that you thought you'd live happily ever after.
Yes.
Oh, well, see, I could have written that book. I should have written that book because I know that for true. I think I read the book review of it, and I said, well, that's cut and dried. I mean, any fool knows that. Anyone that's, you know, once you get out of high school and you think, oh, life begins after high school. No, the trouble is only beginning.
When does it begin?
The trouble begins as soon as you get out of high school. The most fun you'll ever have is when you're in high school, maybe in college if you're really, you know, hip. But I didn't go to college, only but 1 year. So I can't tell you about college, but I can tell you that I was very, very cheerful in high school, but I didn't know how much of an effort real life was going to be. I didn't know about business, and I didn't know about competition, and I didn't know about certain, how hard you have to work. Really, it's so surprising. People aren't prepared.
If you had a child, what would you...
Name it?
What would you know? Now, that I'm not even going to ask you. But, well, why not? What would you name it?
Oh, something from the French, I think.
I'm sure.
Napoleon, Tolstoy, perhaps.
Now, what would you give to that?
Caesar is a good name. What?
What would you give to that child to prevent her from going through, or him, from going through what you've gone through?
Well, It's the first thing I do is make them read Baby Divine. That's the first thing. So they know that as special as they are, everybody else out there considers themselves special too.
But what about the day-to-day stuff, the stuff you just referred to, the struggle, the fight,
well, I think I would,
intimidation?
Yes, I would be pretty bold about that. I think you have to give a child a pretty strong foundation. You have to be realistic. You can't just say that it's all, you know, flowers and rainbows, because it's not. It's not being fair to the child. You should give them that, a good foundation of that, but you have to have a nice balance too, and get them ready for what it's all about. You know?
Time isn't on your side, yet it seems today...
Gee, you're brutal.
No, I'm not brutal.
What do you mean time ain't on my side? I'm just a baby.
In terms
Mick Jagger says time is on my side. And I believe everything Mick Jagger says.
Mick Jagger doesn't know what time it is.
Mick Jagger's 40. He's still singing time is on my side.
Yeah, but if he had to bring a baby into this world, I don't think he'd be singing that.
He is.
Is he?
He's just having one. He and Jerry Hall. Big news. You heard it here.
Are they splitting it 50-50? No, but I mean in terms of you having a biological child.
Oh, the clock. Oh, the biological clock ticking.
But also that doesn't have to end there. There are adoptions.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Would you like to have one?
Oh, yes, I would. Yes, I would. That's next on the agenda. I mean, I'm thinking about it, but you know, it's a big responsibility there. It's not a toy. It's not something you just have for 5 minutes and you play with until you're tired of it. Mm-hmm. It's there. And you have to, that's a big, big commitment. You have to have plans for it. You have to be prepared, you know? Sometimes I think a lot of people let kids come into the world and they think, oh, it's going to be so much fun. We're going to have a little baby, you know, and we're going to be able to play with it and nurse it and buy clothes for it and dress it up. It's much, much bigger than that, you know? And after they're not cute anymore, Then what do you do with them?
Generally, you turn them over to their daddies.
But that's not right. That's not fair. They're human beings. You know.
Would you like to raise one by yourself, or do you feel that the child should have a father?
I really think a child should have two people. A child should have a father. I do believe that. People might say I'm archaic and my thinking is old-fashioned, but I think it helps. It's a nice balance. I mean, if the two people are kind, we're talking if they're wonderful people. I mean, if the father turns out to be, or one of the parents is a monster, then it would be better if the child was with the parent that was okay, you know. You know what I'm trying to say?
Sure I do.
Sometimes I think you don't understand me.
What type of a husband, if you were looking, if you were interested, if it came to pass, what kind of a fellow would you be looking for?
Well, I think I'd like someone who was very supportive of what I do. Someone who didn't look down his nose at what I do. Someone who got a lot of enjoyment out of my work. And I'd like someone who also had work that I was interested in, you know, so that I had something to talk about. It wasn't just, hi, how's your life?
Right.
You know, it's also, you know, so it's like there's some give and take there. Someone with energy and someone with a great sense of humor. And I don't know, does that cover it?
Sure it does.
Sure.
We've got about a half a dozen of them. They've been waiting here all day to see you.
I like a nice lighting man. Someone who's going to make me look fabulous every time wherever I go, sort of carry his light with me.
I want to thank you for spending this time in your busy schedule. The book is The Saga of Baby Divine, and it speaks to old as well as young. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, dear.
We'll return in a moment after these messages.